What's going on, people? It's your boy Cal Wu, and we are back again telling you about the year of 2021. To me personally, like I said, this is the greatest year for anime in the last 15 years. 2020 was close, but it's just something special about 2021. And I'm like, I had so many animes that I rated an 8 in this year that I could not use all of those. So I'm only giving you the animes that I rated a 9 or a 10. So 9s and 10s is all that I'm gonna talk. And it's still like over 30 anime that still was chosen that was like 9s and 10s for 2021, in my personal opinion. Because that mother just had hella bangers. So we're gonna start this off with Horimiya. Horimiya is a dope love story, slice of life. Is pretty cool. We got Wonder Egg Priority. I talked about Wonder Egg Priority in the Fandom Friday. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. I'm gonna post a link somewhere in here too for you to get to it. Man, Wonder Egg Priority is such a dope battle anime with like that talks really in depth and kind of, or not in depth, but kind of touches lightly on self-deletion and the type of lasting impact that'll have on people, and then like the darkness of it, and then the potential light behind it. It's just so dope. And then we're gonna talk about the sports anime Skate Infinity. If you ain't never seen Skate Infinity, you are missing out. It is a futuristic, high action, octane skateboarding anime where it's like street skateboarding. And usually skateboarding is street based, but this is like a whole underground like street racing thing where people come from all different walks of life and they challenge each other down dangerous hills and make a name for themselves. And this shit is just so cold, man. It's so good. And then we got another anime that I talked about, that I did a Fandom Friday on. Bottom tier character Tomazaki. I'm gonna link that in here somewhere too. Bottom tier character Tomazaki is one of the most important animes come out in the last 10 to 15 years. Just by itself, because of the amplification of what it can do to help people that are socially awkward or just what you would consider the weirdos in society, and kind of teaches them social cues and how to potentially get over being socially awkward while still being yourself and involving yourself into your community and kind of making friends and things of that nature. Like it's such an important anime, and it should be watched and studied. And again, these are all my personal opinions. And feel free to healthy debate with me. Like I love and I accept it all. I challenge you all to it. Then we got Cells at Work Code Black. Cells at Work Code Black is so good because Cells at Work, you can tell it's an adolescent or a child, but Code Black, you can clearly tell it's an adult in their 40s, like maybe late 30s, mid to early 40s, and life is just hard to the point this motherfucker even getting STDs and shit. It's so dark, but it's so cool. Other Side Picnic. Did another Fandom Friday on that shit too. That anime is hella dope and hella cool. On some Stranger Things type shit where it's like another world or the other side, and they're trying to look for a friend over there, and they're running into other people and monsters and all type of craziness. So Other Side Picnic goes insane. Then one of my favorite comedies that year was Heaven's Design Team. Such a well-crafted anime about God appointing a team of angels to make animals, and they use the Galapagos Island as like their grounds of experimenting with these different animals. And it talks about like the biology of the animals, why certain things wouldn't work with certain animals for bone density, calcium makeups, and just all these things. And it's creative, and then they got a slight scientific aspect behind it too. It's so dope, so cool, so bubbly. Like it's a really dope anime. And all the angels that work on a team of creating new monsters, or not monsters, but new animals, is so cool, and they all dynamic in their own way, shape, or form. Then we got Tokyo Revengers. A lot of people have a love-hate with Tokyo Revengers, but you can't lie. Season 1 had niggas on lock. Like season 1 was just so damn good. And then one of the saddest animes that I've ever seen in my life, To Your Eternity. I remember I told my boy Mike's sister Sherry to go watch that shit, and she waited like 2 months after I told her to watch it and called me and was like, "Fuck you, Cal." And I'm like, "Damn, Sherry, what I do to you, love?" And she was like, "Nah, this shit fucking sad, man. I'm going through it. And I was like, but I told you it was. She said, no, you ain't warned me enough. I was like, I literally stressed. This shit is really, really fucking sad. I literally stressed how I would go from episode to episode being like, please don't let nobody die in this episode. I'm like, you know me, I'm not that type of person. So if I'm telling you this anime did that to me, don't take it with a grain of salt. And she was like, yeah, I know you said that, but still, fuck you, Cal. I'm like, damn, that shit crazy. Then we go into 86. 86 is such a dope post-apocalyptic, futuristic, mecha anime that gives you like this form of like racism, but it's like, even with the racism, we want to see humanity come back, so we gotta take it because we the only ones that can pilot these mechs. And it just turns into this really, really dope storyline. The characters have their own like reason for doing it. Like the main character, his brother was a pilot and his brother died, so he became, he was forced into becoming a pilot, but he also wanted to find his brother potentially out there. And the mechs were literally taking humans and like incorporating them into their machines too. So it was like, so it had like this personal element to it. It was so good. And then one of my personal favorites, this one definitely got a 10. Actually, these next two got a 10. Vivi Fluorite Eye's song is Terminator. This robot that was made to sing, she was the first of her kind. She got converted into being a robot that goes through time and stops different major events, that stops the war between humans and machines. And the story, the way it was written, all the characters around it, the action in this movie, I say movie because the action in this anime has movie quality. Like the very first episode where Vivi was running, and she's running on a crumbling building, she's just running across that bitch, jump from like falling piece to falling piece, and then just launch herself to another building. That shit was so good. Just top tier animation, top tier storytelling, top tier main character. Just watching her slowly learn emotions and kind of learning about things and gaining feelings, and it's just so good, man. That shit is just too damn good. And then we talking about Odd Taxi. Odd Taxi got one of the best intros in anime, period. And that band that did that just had a bunch of bangers that year, or in the last few years, as far as like anime intros and outros, was going crazy. Odd Taxi was so good. Taxi Cab Confession style anime. And you literally had drugs, violence, gangs, hits, and different type of like money laundering and thievery and just police corruption. Just all of this compacted into this like perfectly written anime that put it all together and did it so well. Nothing felt out of place. And then found a way to loop everything around where everything was connected, whether it was indirectly or directly. Every single thing was connected. It was beautifully written. That is the main reason why I got a 10. And then the twist at the end, oh my god, top tier, easy. Next one is another long title anime. Higuro, after being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. I watched this with reservation. I thought it was going to be really, really fucking weird. I thought they were going to do something like this guy falling in love with this underage girl after taking her in. And they did the complete opposite. And it brought me so much joy. It made me feel so good. And it was very well written. And I've talked about this before. I was in a situation kind of like that, where it was a runaway. I knew her, and like I knew her indirectly through my family, and I kind of took her in and let her stay with me so she can go to school, so she wasn't dropping out and jumping from house to house and like just sleeping her way through dudes and stuff. I'm like, listen, I'm on the couch, you got the room. Just all I expect you to do is don't bring no drama. Make sure you going to bed at a proper time. You getting up for school. If you need money, I'll give you money to get to school. I just want you to be good. And that's pretty much what happens in this anime, where he does that and she throws herself at him. He like, listen, if you do that again, I'm gonna kick you out. You're a minor. I'm not on that shit. I'm not on that tip. All I want you to do is to be a normal teenage girl, and so he's like buys her a phone and take her shopping so she can get the things that she need, and she's trying to get her into school and things of that nature, and pretty much just being this genuinely good guy that just don't want to see her fuck her life up. And it brought me so much joy that they went that route and didn't go the weird route about it. And like I said, she did try to throw herself at him, and he's like, yo, we not doing that shit, like, no. And like I said, he straight told her, like, you do this again, I'm kicking you out, we're done. And her meeting dudes that she slept around with in the town and all this, like, the story is just so deep and so dope, and it got a really good cast. And Goto, the main character's boss, actually did a Waifu Wednesday for him. I'll post that up here somewhere. I did a Waifu Wednesday for her. So really dope. Then we go into Shadow's House. Shadow's House was such a fucking good anime, dark, twisted anime where they take people from this town and move them into this mansion to be the face of shadows that live in the house, and the shadows look exactly like the kids that get brought to this house that's acting like a maid for them and a cook for them and things of that nature. But the shadows don't have any faces, so they're the facial expression of the shadows as the shadows talk. And just all of the deep lore and the history in that house and all of the storyline is just so fucking good. It's really, really good. If you ain't ever seen it, definitely get in the Shadow's House. That shit's dope. Then we got Full Dive, the ultimate next gen full dive RPG that's even shittier than real life. I know that shit is long as shit. That's why I got it written down here. That is one of the best in the game animes, period. It is so good because the main character is playing this game that every consequence and thing that he does affects everything that he does, and you can't like restart the game. You can't do none of that shit. So this nigga start going through like a strategy guide because he fucked up at the beginning really, really bad. And it's just so good watching him interact with the NPCs in the game in different manners and like trying to get to places, and actually finds a person that's stuck in the game and try to get them to help that's jaded. Like, it's so fucking good. Then we got those Snow White notes. Slice of life music anime has really grown on me over these years, and it's a shamisen anime, which is like the little like the Japanese banjo, for lack of better terms. And this anime is so fucking dope. The music go crazy. They kind of tell you about the history of it. They do competitions. The characters in the show are really dope and got their own backstory on why they doing it and what their roles is in the club, and it's just really, really good. And I love music. Music is my thing. I told you I do music. I'm working on a new project. I got an album out called The G Gang. I'll put a link of that shit up here somewhere if YouTube let me, or I'll post it in the description below. It's just so dope. Then we go into Super Cub. Super Cub was another slice of life that year that I fucked with real heavy. This girl that's just really shy. She an introvert. A ward of the state, so she lives by herself and gets pretty much a monthly stipend from the state to take care of herself, or the country to take care of herself. And she buys her a little like motorbike, and that spawns her into friendships with other girls in her school that has the same thing, and they kind of start doing little road trips together, and starts a little club where they meet up and kind of talk about the Super Cubs. And it's just so good, and it's heartwarming. It's just a feel good slice of life that kind of started off kind of dark, and then it slowly got brighter as every episode went on, and it just was heartwarming. It was really good. And next is The Burning Kabaddi. This anime was so fucking cold to me. Kabaddi is an Indian sport that's like tag. It's like extreme tag, for lack of better words. This anime was so fucking hyped to me. I followed real life Kabaddi on YouTube for like 3 months. And I was telling my cousin Chuck about that shit back in like November, December. We was hanging out and I was telling him about it. And he like, fuck out of here. And I'm like, cuz. I was like, I swear on everything. So I showed him a couple clips in the anime. He like, I don't know, cuz. So then I put up YouTube and started showing him like highlights of some of the matches. He was like, oh, this shit cold. This shit hype. Just the impact that the anime had on me, you might not think is that great. But if an anime can educate me on something and then make me go and seek it in real life. And I literally followed this sport. Like, I followed it hardcore for 3 months. It gotta get a 9 out of 10 just because of like how it influenced me and the impact it had on me. And honestly, I'm probably gonna go back and get back into it because I wanted to come to the States because Kabaddi is just so dope, man. Then we got the anime that I love to call How the Realest Nigga Rebuilt the Kingdom, aka How the Realest Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. This anime was just so fun, so cool. Isekai, main character didn't want nothing to do. He kind of like, hey, listen, I want to chill. I'll help you guys out. I want to chill. The current king was like, yeah, you'll make a better king than me. Huh, you're the king now. My daughter's going to be your wife. And he like, bro, I really don't want this. And he like, listen, you don't got a choice, nigga. I'm stepping down. This is your shit. And just watching how he rebuilt the kingdom and everything and the political aspects and shit, it was just so cool to me. I love that anime. Remake Our Life was another one. Time traveling slice of life where a guy had regrets about the career path and the life that he chose, and then it kind of turned into this thing where he like wished so hard that he went back in time and then inserted himself in going to school with all of these creative prodigies, and he's now a part of their life and a part of their circle, and he's inserted himself into this like creative conglomerate or with all these creative juggernauts of his time. And it's just so good because they're all the same age as him, and he was like, man, I just wish I could have did this and this and this. And he went back and it made a different choice and started operating with them, and he still like remember everything from his main life. And it was just interesting watching him go through and literally changing the course of history with it. It was really dope. Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan is a funny ass TV show, another comedy slice of life that kind of felt like Barney or Mr. Dress Up or Mr. Rogers or Robin Williams movie Death of Smoochie. It kind of felt like that, where it's like this guy, he runs a kids TV show, and where he got all these different characters that come out and blah blah blah, but he just has this existential dread that kind of leaks out while he's screening and like doing a live show, and the kids be like, what? And he be like, oh, nothing, everything's great, everything's fine. And then they kind of do like behind the scenes shit with all the relationships between all the people in the network and the station. It is just so good and it's funny, especially as an adult. It kind of gives you like this look of irony. Then we got the Aquatope of White Sand is an aquarium slice of life anime about this aquarium in a small town that's about to pretty much shut down, and they're trying to save it. Just dope. Love the characters, love the storyline, loved all the interaction with the creatures there. You kind of get to learn about animals while you're watching it. It's just really, really dope. It was good. Then we got Ranking of Kings. We talked about Ranking of Kings. I did a Fandom Friday on Ranking of Kings. I'm gonna definitely put that up here somewhere. Ranking of Kings is one of the best fantasy animes, for the simple fact is it felt like they took a chance on this, and then the chance gave them all type of dividends. You got a main character. First and foremost, your main character is deaf and mute. And if we thinking about it back in the day of like when my parents was younger, because my parents are deaf, so I'm a coda. They go with the term called blind, deaf, and dumb is what they kind of talk about or do or say. So that being a thing made Boji very special to me, very, very special, and dear to my heart because of my parents and my family. And so yeah, and then how Boji was betrayed by family when he was supposed to have the throne, and watching him like cry about it, and that shit just made me it hurt me, because I'm like, damn, he a really good dude and y'all fuck him over like this. And then just watching everybody slowly change their mind about him, and the battle scenes were dope, and his rise to triumph was dope, and the story with all the characters was dope, like characters that you thought hated him loved him, and they kind of showed you all these different things in the background, and it's just so good and well written on how they released information slowly but surely. And excuse me, my nose is itching like a mug today. Jeez Louise. Then we got the Faraway Paladin. Faraway Paladin was a dope isekai. Love the main character. Love the fact that he was raised by monsters. He was raised by a Delahan, a ghost wizard, and like an undead cleric and shit. And just how they taught him how he's supposed to handle himself, how he's supposed to rise to prominent power, and like what to use it for, and to save and rescue people, or how to be a good person. And it was just so good and well written. Loved it. Can't wait for season 3. Season 1 and 2 was amazing. Season 3 is going to be even better. Then we got Taisho Automo Fairy Tail. That one was really dope. Sakugan is being a father. Anything where I can see like a parent-child relationship always touches me, and always get an extra boost for that. And Sakugan is like a mech post-apocalyptic anime about a father-daughter duo that lives in this underground city, and the daughter keeps having dreams about the surface. So the dad is like, I need to make her dreams come true, but she don't have a mother. Her mother died, and I need to make my daughter's dream come true. So he takes his little mining mech, outfits it so she can sit in it with him, and they're just going on this quest where they're trying to get to the surface. So they go to different other cities. They dealing with monsters. They dealing with evil organizations, and they just dealing with all this shit. And all it is just a father just wanting his daughter's dreams to come true. And it's so fucking good, man. It's so well written. Then we got my number one favorite comedy of this year was The Vampire Dies in No Time, or what I like to say, The Vampire Dies Easiest. Is so damn good because it's literally a vampire whose house got blown up because some kid broke into it and blew his shit up. The vampire hunter that made a mistake and helped blow his house up, he went to that nigga house and was like, listen, bro, I'm moving into this bitch. Ain't shit you could say. And the vampire hunter is like a famous novelist that kind of talk about the different vampires he hunt and stuff. So while him and his vampire having an argument, he like, listen, bro, I'm about to kill you. His publisher comes. And the publisher like, yeah, no, you're not going to kick him out. He's going to live here. And this is going to be the premise of your new book. You and a vampire working together to stop other vampires. And he like, what? And he like, yeah, and if you don't, I'm going to kill you. And this dude is definitely afraid of his publisher. So he does it. And just the type of vampires they deal with, the different storylines they deal with is so damn funny. My favorite thing is when they dealt with the paper, scissors, rock vampire, that every time he beats you, you gotta strip. And I was in tears laughing because they had a vampire friend that's already naked. So they called him and he showed up and was like, yeah, I'm going to defeat you in paper, scissors, rock. You can't beat me because I'm already naked. So there's no embarrassment here. He loses and the vampire makes him put clothes on and he starts crying. And I'm over here crying, laughing because I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous, but it is so good. And I laughed at every episode. This anime was so damn good. And then we gonna finish it off with Digimon Ghost Game. Digimon Ghost Game is my favorite Digimon series because of how dark it is. This anime is so dark. And honestly, this new one is pretty dark too. But I still don't care for the main character. But in Ghost Games, I love the main character. I love the main mons. I love all the main characters. I love the mons that they got. And they kind of brush over that niggas die, but it's still it's very prominent there. Like, motherfuckers getting aged by like 90, they teenagers, they get aged to 90 years old. You know these motherfuckers is dead. Niggas getting caught by mummy mine and being put in the basement of a museum and wrapped up like a mummy for days at a time. You know they dead as fuck. So and like they do that through a whole series, and it was just so good, and it was such a good watch. I enjoyed it from start to finish. And it was like, I loved how the Digimon bleeded into our world and went to the other world, and how the main character and his Digimon had like a sibling relationship because they were raised as like siblings, which was really interesting. And it's just really dope. And I just love that series. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna do one or two more. I'm gonna see how many 9s and 10s I rated throughout these next couple years. And we just gonna bring it all the way up to current. And then we're going to talk about the future of Planet Wu, my goals, my aspirations, what I want to do, what I'm trying to do. And yeah, And shouts out to my man's G Money. Like, I want y'all to like give G Money so much love. You see him commented as Hatsuma. That is my brother in arms. He can't do these things with me. He can't put content out because he has MS and it's severe. He's recovering and he's going through his training arc right now. And I'm super proud of him. He's working to get himself back to normal the best way he can. And I want to make sure that when he gets there, this platform is established so he can take off running and make money off of this. Like, this ain't for me. Anything that I do creatively is for my team. And I'm a very team, family oriented type of guy. Like, even to the point where I'm willing to do anything. Like, granted, I'm gonna benefit from this thing popping off too, but I want G Money to benefit from this as much as I do, because he deserves this. Like, he's such a great guy, such a smart guy. He cares about other people, and he's willing to sacrifice himself for other people. And when you got somebody like that that's around you, that's in your corner and in your circle, it drives you, and you can't help but want to do that for them too. So yeah, so shouts out to my nigga G Money. Like, that's my brother. I love that man. And then also Throne of Nerds. We didn't do it for the month of April, so we're gonna try to double our month of March. We're gonna double it up on the month of April, get 2 of them on the last Saturday. So please sign up. I don't understand why I gotta beg you to sign up for free fucking money. It befuddles me that the money is free. You're gonna get, in the first or second week of December, you're gonna get a free $200 to $500 free, completely free, out my pocket to yours after you win the final round. Literally, all you got to do is show up, participate. You're doing this against 2 other people. There's 3 people per episode. You're going against 2 other people, and you guys are battling to see who's the best nerd. After it, you get money. I don't understand why I got to beg to give you money. It's no scam. It's no nothing. It's literally free game and free money. It's free fun for free money. Sign up. www.throneofnerds. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm www.planetwoo.com/throne. No S, just throne, like as a king sitting on a throne. That is it. Easy as that. Fill out the little short questionnaire. It's gonna take you 30 seconds. And then you in there like swimwear. And then we gonna get you scheduled on the episode, and we off to the races with it. And again, I appreciate y'all coming to my TED Talk. This is Cal Wu signing out. I love y'all. Peace.